Okay, so here we are with lesson 4, area of composite figures. And what composite figures means is two or more figures put together to form one bigger figure. So take, for example, looking at this one over here. Oops. This one over here. We have a rectangle, and then we have a parallelogram. And if you can kind of picture the outside of that being this big, giant shape like this, okay, maybe it's a yard with a basketball hoop attached or something like that. It's trying to be able to see a larger shape and break it into smaller shapes. All right. So this one down here, this could be, again, a basketball court. You've got this shape here, which is either a square or a rectangle, and then a half a circle. And down here, this odd shape, again, you'd be surprised to see how many people's backyards are not just little nice square backyards. And so in order to find the area of it, you might see a triangle and a trapezoid, okay, in order to put those things together. So what we're going to do is remember our formulas from the past. These are ones that you already know, and also ones that you won't have to memorize, but these are ones we're going to be referring to and ones we reviewed in lesson 1. If you want to go back and take a look at that. And the area here, this was lesson 3, if you wanted to go back and review that. All right, so we're going to move on here. Find the area of the composite figure. So this shape in example 1 is made up of 2 shapes. I like to write down what I see. So I'm going to write that I see, this is way too big of writing. Let's fix that. I see a half a circle, and I'm going to add that to a triangle. I'm just going to move this down so we can see it. Awesome. All right. So then I like to write the formulas of a circle. So I'm going to have 1/2 pi r squared plus the formula of a triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. And if you forget those, you can just scroll up and take a look there, or on lesson 1 or lesson 2. All right, so 1/2 pi, the radius of this circle, be careful here because that 6 is referring to the whole dotted line. So the radius is 3. So this is 3 squared. I'm going to calculate that before I move on to the triangle. I like to get through with one thing before I go on to another. That should be 14.1. It didn't tell me what to round to, so I've been rounding to the nearest tenth, so I'm going to do that. Plus 1/2, remember the base and the height meet at right angles. So whatever sides that right angle touches are your base and your height. So this is 6 times 11, which is 33. And I'm going to do 14.1 plus 33 to give me 47.1. And this is area, so this is square meters. Okay, so it's not strikingly different from what we were doing. We're just kind of doing two problems in one, having two shapes. Vincent's father's building a shed. How many square feet of wood are needed to build the back of the shed shown at the right? This happens to be a triangle at the top there. And then a rectangle. So I'm just going to write triangle plus rectangle. And the formula for a triangle is 1/2 base times height. And the formula for a rectangle is base times height. So the triangle is going to be 1/2. Remember, the base and the height meet at right angles. So you got to look here. You're hitting 15 and 4. And I'm going to figure that out first. 1/2 of 4 is 2, and 15 times 2 is 30. You can type that into your calculator, though. And the base and the height of the rectangle is 15 times 12. Even I, the math genius, do not know that in my head. It's 180. So, oops, this comes out to be 210 square feet. Awesome. So I think can see the hang of this. It's not anything too earth-shattering. It's everything we've done before, just kind of put together. This one's a tiny bit different because what we have is a really large rectangle, but we're going to subtract 4 small triangles from it. And they're all the same, so that makes it a little easier. The rectangle's formula is base times height. Then we're going to subtract out 4 triangles. Triangle formula is 1/2 base times height. Base times height of the large rectangle is 12 times 5, which is 60. And then I'm going to do 4 times 1/2. The base and the height of those triangles are 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. So 1/2 of 4 is 2. And 60 minus 2 is 58 square inches. And that's all that lesson 4 is. So practice that.